What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with game number 2 between paiN Gaming on the Dire and Empire on the Radiant. Game number 1 did go to paiN in a rather straightforward, dominating, stompy kind of game, which is not really the way that Team Empire rolls. Usually Team Empire are the one doing the stomping, and usually they're a lot more solid than what we saw last game. I think the Darkseer, Windrunner kind of conundrum bot lane really didn't do that much for them. But hopefully we will see something different coming out of Team Empire. I feel like all of the games, or most of the games, first games in the set that I've been casting for this tournament have been kind of stompy for the first one, and then the team usually pulls it back, except for Absolute Legends versus whatever, where that was a pretty good first game. But anyway, we are in a completely new game, so let's see what we have on the draft so far. Empire going to first pick that Wisp. Empire was one of the first teams who really started using the Wisp really heavily in the professional scene. I believe it is Funnik that plays that Wisp, and his Wisp, it is solid to say the least. He's very, very good on that hero. Now that Funnik is on Team Na'Vi, well, Na'Vi will have that Wisp available to them. I think Poppy also actually, yeah, he does play the Wisp as well, so they have 2 Wisp players, which, sure, why not? You can always run 2 Wisps. But CK is going to be the Wisp's tether partner, one of, if not the most, solid Wisp tether partner in the game. And of course they have the Darkseer once again. We'll see if they want to do that same pseudo jungle lane Darkseer that they did last game. Didn't really work out for them, but then again, this is a different game because they will be on the Radiant. So we might see a potential for dual lane. Wisp CK will do pretty well against Magnus. They'll do very well against Magnus, actually, if of course Magnus does go into that lane. And Empire do have some pretty solid lockdown already, some good stuns coming out from them. On the paiN Gaming side, they're going to go for a Keeper of the Light first pick, who last game wasn't even picked in the first 3 picks, which is very interesting since paiN could have picked them up, but they didn't, and now they pick him up first, so I don't know what exactly paiN Gaming are aiming to do with that, but regardless, he is going to be in this game, probably going to be supporting that Phantom Lancer, so there's going to be a lot of lances to fly out, and Team Empire, they have a couple of tanky heroes right off the bat with the Darkseer and the CK, so they can take a couple of those lances, but still that harassment is going to be a very, very annoying thing to deal with if you're on Team Empire. Magnus is also going to be a pickup, so paiN Gaming going to get a mix of AoE damage as well as that late game carry. So the second bans are going to be the Bane Elemental as well as the Bounty Hunter. Team Empire looking to ban out a couple of paiN Gaming's long lane heroes. They know that they really could deal with the Magnus very, very easily if Magnus does take a trip down to that bot lane. And getting rid of the other support heroes. Rubik is a very annoying hero to go against, especially if you have a Darkseer and CK. The spells aren't, they're not Ravage devastating, but CK's spells are really, really powerful, especially when he's going to max them out first priority, no slowing down for that level 6 ultimate. So Rubik is a pretty big threat. More bans. Both teams seemingly banning out the supports. There is a Wisp Keeper of the Light on each team, but you kind of need a little bit more support than that, especially since the Wisp is most likely going to be pairing up with the CK in the mid lane. That means your other lanes are going to be hurting a little bit for support. A jungling hero is a pretty good situation to have, and you could have a solo top and a solo bot if you're on Team Empire. It is a little bit risky, because solo heroes, it's a dangerous situation whenever you choose to run that. But I think that Team Empire, well, they're going to have the Chen ban out for them, so most of the jungle heroes are already gone. The only one who is still left in the pool is that Enigma. And Enigma would do pretty well with Team Empire. They'll get that black hole vacuum or vacuum black hole combo, which is pretty devastating. It's very good at getting rid of Phantom Lancers, illusions, and at the same time making sure you have the correct Phantom Lancer. But the TA is going to be the last ban, so just eliminating the Scandal TA possibility. That's always a dangerous hero-player combination to go up against, but with Team Empire right now, I think they'll be more than comfortable with laning the CK Wisp together. And they have some pretty good relocation targets. You could go for Magnus fairly easily. Skewer is going to be a little bit annoying, but Wisp with the tether is going to make sure that he always sticks onto that CK. They could also go on the Keeper of the Light extraordinarily easy. Phantom Lancer not so much unless Wisp really packs some dust and PL, I don't know, is low on mana or is in a really sticky situation for some other reason. But still, PL very, very soft, very vulnerable to the relocate gank from the Wisp CK, if, of course, the Wisp CK have that true sight. And Team Empire are going to choose the Puck. That silence is going to be very, very valuable for them, both in killing the Phantom Lancer as well as the Magnus. And Scandal's Puck is pretty darn good, but that pick of the solo mid with the Puck is going to force the Wisp CK into a side lane. The Wisp CK side lane is a pretty good situation to find yourself in. You get a guaranteed stun with the tether, which you aren't always guaranteed to have. And they'll also probably partner up with one more hero. An Undying pick is not going to happen because he's banned out. Tri-lane, if they could run a Visage, I don't know if Empire runs Visage. But interestingly enough, we don't see any mention of the Gyrocopter in this game. You can kind of tell why. Empire picked up the CK first, the Wisp CK first, and that's a very strong combination. And with those two heroes, you get a lot more than just the Gyrocopter and some generic support. paiN Gaming, instead favoring the Phantom Lancer, they're going to go up against the Darkseer, so that is going to be fairly annoying, and Shadow Demon still is in the pool. So if Team Empire pick that hero up, they'll have a very aggressive tri-lane of Wisp CK as well as that Shadow Demon. And then they get the late game security. Even if CK is struggling with the farm, they'll have illusions coming from the Darkseer wall. They'll have illusions coming out from the Disruption, and there you go. Team Empire with their last support is going to be that Shadow Demon pick. A lot of setup, a very, very dangerous tri-lane. Lots of stun, lots of lockdown, with a pretty good setup from the Shadow Demon on top of that. So whoever's going to go up against this tri-lane, they're going to be in a lot of trouble very, very often. But to paiN Gaming's credit, their heroes do have some pretty high range attached to their skills. Keeper of the Light could safely farm from a distance. Magnus does have a Shockwave, which isn't exactly Illuminate, but you could still get a similar thing accomplished. And Phantom Lancer in a pinch could throw out a couple lances and try to get some creep kills that way, but still. It's mostly going to be them struggling to survive against this tri-lane if they choose to have a try vs try situation. In try vs try, paiN Gaming will have Disruptor, PL, as well as Keeper, so it's not the worst tri-lane. They have a lot of magical damage there. But the thing is that I think Team Empire will want to go for that aggressive tri-lane. That's what they're going to be aiming for. Whereas paiN, they'll be okay with avoiding it, because Phantom Lancer will get undisturbed farm, and Phantom Lancer, although he could add a little bit to the early mid stage of the game, his contributions pale in comparison to what CK has to offer. So let's drop ourselves into the game and we see who's going to be playing what. Billy is on that Keeper of the Light, Green Tex is on the Disruptor, so the support squad is right there for paiN. Fuga is going to be playing that Magnus. King RD is on that Brewmaster, he's going for a quick bottle. And the stand-in Klotz is going to be hard farming that Phantom Lancer. Brain playing that CK. Silent is following up on the Darkseer, actually. Who's playing the... Okay, Go Black is going to be playing the Shadow Demon. Okay, and Funnik on the Wisp. I guess that all kind of makes sense. And of course that leaves Scandal for the Puck. Usually you do see... Well... Okay, so Funnik plays the hard lane, usually. So these three heroes kind of have to do a little bit of a shuffle whenever Empire picks this Wisp up. And Go Black is used to playing the 4 role, and he's actually pretty light on the items. Is this going to be... What is going on here? Well, the Darkseer has a Stout Shield, a lot of tangos as well. Although the Shadow Demon has a very peculiar starting build. He could choose to go for a quick bottle as well, although Puck is definitely going to be running that. Get a little bit more intelligence, a lot more stats, because Puck's starting level 1 isn't that strong. But the Shadow Demon decision to not spend all his gold is a very peculiar one. Usually you don't spend all your gold if you're going to be soloing the mid lane, because that means you get the bottle a little bit faster. You don't really need all that starting gold, and you don't need all the stats and all the early game stuff that the items give you, because you'll just get the fast bottle and then you're going to be relying on that the entire time. Fuga is tanking the creep wave. This is not Darkseer Magnus. He wants the creep wave to follow him, but he's going to take a little bit of punishment. Go Black is going to use Disruption. Funnik is going to follow through with that Tether Stun, but Fuga, does still have that haste rune. He's going to run it out, but Brain is not there to capitalize on that. And now the creeps the Creep Wave is in a very, very peculiar situation. Let's see if Blurbrain can drag it back in. Oh, it's going to equalize. There you go. The Creep Wave is equalized, and that haste rune completely wasted from Fuga. Did draw out a little bit of mana from the Shadow Demon as well as the Wisp, but he did not accomplish what he wanted to, which is to get the Creep Wave to stick right here so he could get that guaranteed experience. And you can see right now he's kind of regretting that that didn't go the way he wanted, because Go Black is going to be pressuring him all day and all night. Scandal on this mid lane did get a little bit of harassment from King RD. You saw them before. They were just trading hits just a little bit. But the damage from Puck plus his range is going to give him a pretty good edge until this Brewmaster gets his bottle, which is going to be right now, using that clap to get that, and Scandal a little bit late on that phase shift. So King RD is going to have his bottle, and that means the claps are going to come all the time, and harassment from the Puck not going to be as effective. Puck, on the other hand, does not have his bottle anywhere near. He needs another 200 to that. Shouldn't be too hard for him to pick that up. King RD is going to kind of mitigate the range strength that Scandal is holding right now because of that bottle pickup. Top lane, it is going to be paiN just free farming. Darkseer is not comfortable with going into that lane. You could see why. A glimpse kinetic field, or whatever the disruptor decides to pick up first, is very, very good setup for the Keeper of the Light, who has gone for level 1 Illuminate. Combine that with the fact that Klotz already does have 2 points in Phantom Lance, no points in that Doppelwalk, so he even is picking up a attribute bonus. Means that he's going to be a lot more dangerous as well, skipping that defensive spell. So really, Silent is doing the correct thing. Gonna dip into the jungle for just a little bit. Now has hit the level 2 mark. He's gonna go get his Soul Ring, then probably go back onto this top lane. As I said before, Phantom Lancer not the tankiest hero. Bottom lane, Fuga in a little bit of trouble. It's going to be Go Black that picks up first blood. My apologies for missing that setup. I'm sure you can imagine what happened. Just a disruption into a... probably just a stun. It's a level 2 stun, so I don't know why you would cast Reality Rift. And then Wisp tethering over the top. But yeah, Silence is going to get his Soul Ring, then probably head up to try to stop Klotz. You can see he's taking quite a little bit of damage from just these 2 creeps, even though he does have a stout shield. Phantom Lancer, not the tankiest hero in the game, and if you could put a couple of Ion Shells onto the creep wave, or even just one actually, then the Phantom Lancer is going to get severely punished whenever he steps up for creep kills, and if the Phantom Lancer can't get creep kills, then what is a Phantom Lancer to do? Of course, with level 1 Ion Shell and not much mana to do it, you cannot afford to start that from level 1. But once Ion Shell gets to level 2, maybe level 3, and the Phantom Lancer is going to struggle a little bit more with his farm, unless he goes for very, very early items, such as the Yasha opening, which is more common these days. So the base damage will let him get a lot more, the last hit's a lot easier. So he can dip in, take minimal damage from that Ion Shell, then dip out. Mid lane, Scandal as well as King RD holding relatively even with each other. It looks like the Magnus Fuga has had enough of that bot lane. He wasn't getting anything done, is only level 1. Unfortunately, the easy camp has already been cleared. But he's going to join Billy as well as Green Text in this jungle area. If you get any creep camp clearing at all, maybe just like stack this up and try to shockwave it down or something like that, we'll be getting a lot more than he would be getting if he would stick on this bottom lane. And wow, Blurbrain holding on to a lot of gold. 1400 on him. Could be an early hand of Midas on the CK, although usually with Chaos Knights, you don't really want to invest into the late game too heavily just because of how powerful he is in the earlier stages. That's why I usually see drums, armlets, those kind of items on the CK. But going into the late game, the CK will do a lot of damage, yes, but they have to worry about then the Phantom Lancer. Well, I mean, I guess you could go for the strict late game. No, it's going to be Power Treads, yeah. Going straight for late game wouldn't be the best choice, because then you waste a lot of potential on the CK. And that's potential that won't be met by Klotz. Klotz doesn't have as much contribution early as the CK. And late game, even though the CK might be investing towards that, it's not really going to be him that's the biggest asset for Empire. It's going to be the Wall of Replica from Silent. It's going to be the disruption from Go Black and the enemy Phantom Lancer that's really going to give a lot of momentum to Empire. So if anything, I would say that it's paiN who have to make things happen and really end this game quickly. Because the stronger they get with a Phantom Lancer, it's a Phantom Lancer and he's strong, so normally you would say, yes, that's really good. But he's going to have so many illusions against him that it's not even worth it to get this Phantom Lancer to be that strong. And the rest of his team, they do have a little bit of pretty good team fight actually. Kinetic Field, Static Storm, of course everything that Magnus has, as well as the Brewmaster Ultimate. But those illusions that are going to be stolen from Empire are going to be huge in the late game. Right now, not so much. If you steal a couple of Phantom Lancers, no one's really going to bat an eye. Dream Coil does land onto Green Text. He's going to break the stun. He is. Go Black going to move in. He's going to take a Phantom Lance, a Spirit Lance for his troubles. Scandal, a little bit slow on those phase shifts. The second one he missed. But yeah, I do have to say that paiN, even though they do have that Phantom Lancer, they're not going to win the late game. Because every Phantom Lancer that paiN has, which is currently 1, means that Empire will have about 2. Those are the numbers that I will not take if I were on paiN. So the burden is on them to make something happen, and Empire, they're very, very well geared up for this because of the CK pick. Because he can make things happen early, he could be defensive if paiN decide to, try to push for a tier 2 tower, or try to push anything, or try to go for an early Roshan, or even push Raxes. CK will be at his prime, and he'll be able to do something about that as opposed to an Anti-Mage or a Phantom Lancer, who, if he was trying to defend against that, he wouldn't be successful. Silence in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get trapped in a Knife Field and taken out by Clots. So a free kill from the Phantom Lancer. Going to go for the drums, so he is going to go for an early game base build. Drums, of course, pretty standard on the Phantom Lancer. The aura is very nice to get your illusions moving about. And of course, the illusions do spread that aura, does not stack, so you will only get one instance of that aura. Let's see how Funnik is doing. Level 5 on him, not too close to that level 6 mark, but he's going to be clearing off some of the hard camps. Once he gets to the level 6, then Green Text as well as Billy, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Hell, even King RD going to be in a lot of trouble because Scandal can initiate. He's gone for not much Waning Rift, though. Last game, his prioritization was high on this Waning Rift, and not so much on his Illusory Orb. And in this situation, when you're going to be trying to gank a Brewmaster, you kind of do want that silence, I would say. I don't know. They have Disruption and a Tether follow-up with that Disruption. So it's guaranteed stun, so I guess it's not hugely essential for them, for Scandal to pick up that silence, but I don't know. I think just focusing on the Waning Rift in most cases is a little bit better. See how the cooldowns are. Can I mouse over this? 16, 12. Yeah, the cooldown's a little bit better for Orb, but you don't get that silence. So I don't know. Scandal, I'm sure, he's well aware of what he's doing. Looks like Silence with the Soul Ring wasn't comfortable enough to go into that top lane, and it's pushed out way too much. You can see how far Silent got last time. He was like right here, and he got picked off. So if he's right here, there's no chance he's gonna go and try to contest that. Scandal getting another rune. Holy Jesus! RD once again denied, and he doesn't know what Scandal has right now. An invisibility puck. Ooh, okay, I guess now Haste Rune puck. Was gonna say that it's very dangerous, that combination, but there's no more combination to be had. Go Black, level 3. He's gone for 2 points in that Soul Catcher, so he wanted to be aggressive early on. Didn't really need that much creep clearing. He didn't expect much to come out from paiN as far as pushing goes. Nowadays, we do see a little bit more of the Shadow Poison being picked up by the Shadow Demon. Get a little bit of anti-push. Looks like they're not really worried about that. Funnik is level 6 now, so he's going to have that relocate. So it looks like instead of preventing pushing from paiN, preventing the push, or I guess preventing the push from the creep wave, they're going to kill off the paiN heroes and then prevent the push that way. You can't push us if you don't have any heroes to push us, as opposed to, oh no, they're pushing, we better stop that push. It's a preemptive strike, I guess, would be the best way to put that. Still looking at, oh, here's the relocate. Where's it going to be? It's going to be right on top of Billy. There's a reality for the guaranteed stud. 4 seconds on that Chaos Ball. A little bit unnecessary. The Static Storm plus Kinetic Field does go up. Funnik taking a lot of damage from that Thunder Strike. He will make his way out of there just barely with 140 HP. Now has his bottle up. Going to give Lawyer Brain everything back. The relocate is going to get them out safely. Very, very easy relocate gank. Straightforward, and these wards really making it for Team Empire. They saw the Keeper of the Light, and they knew that they could take him very easily. Quick get in, quick get out. Go Black on the top lane. You do not want to be here, man. He's going to get chased down by the Phantom Lancer. Sport is coming in from Scandal. But it's too late. Klotz already has picked up the Shadow Demon. Level 4 on that Lance. It's very hard to run away from that if you're only a level 4 Shadow Demon. His skill build is just as old as you are, Shadow Demon. That's not a good place to be. But CK with 1,500 gold, 1 kill, 1 assist. He's well on his way to his armlet if he wants to go for that. 60 for 25 versus the Phantom Lancer, 66 for 4. But two kills in the Phantom Lancer is going to give him a pretty sizable gold boost, as well as the fact that there is a tower claimed on the paiN side. So paiN looking decent, although I still feel like if they wait too long, then they're not going to have as good of a time as they're having right now. Looks like CK going to go straight for that BKB, actually. Doesn't want to deal with any of this team fight, and here we go. Giant smoke up. Klotz is going to open up with the Brewmaster. The Phantasm does pop. Blur Brain is going to straightforward run out. Relocate is not available, and Blur Brain is going to drop. Now Funnik in a little bit of trouble. Cycloned up into the air, and he relocated out, actually. No, he didn't. He got glimpsed back. Green Tech's going to try for the kinetic field. Not going to hit. And Funnik is going to tether to a creep. Should be fine. Stun, not going to land, but the Phantom Lance does get thrown out. Illuminate as well. Goodbye, Wisp. One more hit. There you go. Movement speed pulling through for the Phantom Lancer, and 2-4 is the score. paiN take 2 good kills on, most importantly, on Blur Brain. Scandal is here invisible once again. The Ion Shell and Klotz is going to know something's about. Someone's invisible here, so they're going to have to run out of here unless they want to die. Green Tech is in a ton of trouble. There he goes. Very easy kill. Phantom Lance, Spirit Lance has been dodged by Puck, so no retaliation damage. Blur Brain even looking for initiation. Klotz with no mana to Doppelwalk, no magic stick, although he is fast enough to just run out of there. Green Tech's, unfortunately, a little bit out of place with not as much health as he would have liked. Now the relocate is up once again on the Wisp, and they will see Fuga on the top lane, level 4 on the Magnus, so he's been leveling pretty slowly. I would say the Shadow Demon could come close to killing him, although not with Klotz teleporting in, not with the Disruptor teleporting in either. So Go Black just finding his levels on this top lane. Silent is a lot more adept to the jungle than the Shadow Demon is, so he might as well make the Shadow Demon go up here. But now he's in a little bit of trouble. Spirit Lance does fall. Here's the relocate. They're going to go for Green Tech. Static Storm as well as Kinetic Field. Not going to latch onto anyone, but Green Tech is already dead. CK picking up that one. In the meantime, the Go Black has fallen. 3-second stun onto Fuga. Tether stun as well, and Fuga's going to drop. One relocate for 2 kills, trading a support for a support and then some. Very good trade for Team Empire, especially since Blur Brain did pick up both of those kills. Ideal situations for Empire. You know, Phantom Lancer got out and he's heading towards his Diffusal Blade, which would have been nice to stop him from doing that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But really, what more could you ask from relocate gangs? Using Go Black to set up, you know, maybe using him as a sacrifice isn't the best situation, but hey, whatever works. You got 2 kills out of that. Empire are going to be fine to keep making those trades and make sure that paiN are going to go, at least making sure that paiN can't get into the late game with dominance. If Empire continue to contest this early stage of the game, then it will look good for them for the rest of the game. paiN, on the other hand, they're still doing okay in this early stage, although you know, Fuga's still hurting on that experience. The Disruptor's level 7, Support Disruptor, Pure Support Disruptor, Keep It Light's level 6, and Fuga still only level 5. Blur Brain going to go right onto Green Tech's 4-second stun. The Blinding Light is going to be a little bit of a hassle, but the Ion Shell is now up on Blur Brain. Does he have another skill? The Vacuum Back plus the Tether Stun is going to bring 1 down. They're going to go straight to Fuga, another 1 down. The damage coming out from the CK versus the very low level of the Magnus is going to give Empire 2 free kills once again on these 2 unfortunate heroes, Disruptor and Magnus, as well as the tier 1 tower. And now Blur Brain is a lot closer to being level with the Phantom Lancer's gold per minute. But really for CK, a lot of the importance is with experience per minute. Funnik, what is he doing? You don't want to leave these here. You want to sell these. There you go. He's going to pick them up and, I don't know, going to do something with them. Go Black, level 6. Not a single point in Shadow Poison. I do like getting Soul Catcher, and I think against Phantom Lancer Disruption, maxing that out as soon as possible is going to be a very, very smart thing to do. Because Phantom Lancer already does have his Diffusal Blade, and he's going to look for his initiation. Funnik, our Spirit's going to reveal this. They don't have any Sentry Wards, and Scandal's completely spotted out. There's the Lance, instantly dodged, actually. Klotz gonna get silenced as King RD just does jump in. Blur Brain, as well as Funnik, silenced in the Kinetic Storm, Static Storm, and the Kinetic Field. Wisp is already one to drop. Blur Brain trying to make his way out of here. Does have a Magic Stick, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. Disruption from Go Black going to buy himself a little bit of time as Puck going to send another Illusory Orb in. Blur Brain going to try to kill Green Text before he himself goes down. Unfortunately, Scandal wasted his silence. He thought he was in the fight, but he was not, and Go Black now going to fall as well. The Purge keeping him in range of that Phantom Lancer. Silent going to come in. Does have level 3 Vacuum, but no wall to follow that up. And a little bit of a misplay from Scandal. Don't think it really would have mattered. He didn't have his ultimate. And that silence really wouldn't have done all that much. Maybe kill off the Disruptor in the end, but he would have probably lost life as well. Now Silent going to get initiated upon the Kinetic Field. Is there? Relocate is going to come in from just Funnik. He's going to instantly kill the Disruptor, and now going to kill Klotz as well. One more right click is going to need a 40 HP. The Phantom Lancer is going to survive, and now Scandal is going to go on to King RD. There is no stun. Fuga as well. Where are the stuns? Tether. There's the Disruption. So Once again, it's the Magnus who gets the short end of that stick. Or is he? You know, I blink forward from Scandal. Yeah, Magnus is going to die once again. He cannot catch a break. He cannot catch a single break. It's just impossible for him. And Phantom Lancer did manage to get out, so I'm sure paiN will be okay with that, although Fuga is not exactly enjoying himself. My apologies for missing when exactly that reverse polarity went off. Did not see that one happen. Was it over here? Must have only been one. I can't imagine him picking up more than one. So my bad on that one. 10 for 9 Empire. You know, they made a little bit of a retaliation strike against paiN. And if they keep these fights at least even, then they should be fine, because Shadow Demon's getting his levels up, which is the most important thing for him. And although Phantom Lancer is getting stronger, that means Empire are also getting stronger. You cannot really stop Shadow Demon from disrupting the Phantom Lancer, because you could disrupt Phantom Lancer illusions, and in a late game, those illusions are going to be freaking everywhere. Unless you jump in and kill the Shadow Demon with the the silence from the Static Storm, it's always going to happen. Darkseer holding his level 11, not getting any point of that wall of replica just yet. I guess he figures that who could he actually replicate? The Disruptor is going to be pretty useless, Keeper of the Light pretty useless, Phantom Lancer extremely valuable, but the Magnus is still a low level. He's not going to be very useful, and Brewmaster's not going to be in his Brewmaster form, so that is not going to create illusions of anything. He's going to go hold on to those points, at least until the Phantom Lancer gets a little bit stronger. Once he dumps those points in, Phantom Lancer's got to watch out, because there's going to be so many PLs burning everyone's mana. King RD can move to this top lane, force Blur Brain out. While the Blur Brain does not know what's happening, he does have Funnik to support, as well as some Dust of Appearance. Looks like paiN just moving everyone up to this top lane, actually. Giving Silent some more free time in this mid lane. Scandal here as well to back up. You can see Funnik and Blur Brain. They're looking to make a gank happen. Their vision coverage, however, is not really there. They only do have one ward. I guess they have two. This one not very useful. But only one Observer ward. Perhaps they're using Go Black as well as Scandal and Silent as bait. They do see Fuga and, dodging both the Shockwave and the Spirit Lands. Fortunately, takes the horses full to the face, which isn't exactly great. This is classic Empire. When they pick up the Wisp as well as Wisp partner, you have three heroes, Scandal, Silent, as well as Go Black. Just move around the map, do whatever they want, do their thing. In the meantime, Blur Brain as well as Funnik, they're together. Or at least close enough together, so that they could be fine to jump in at a moment's notice should a fight break out with the other three of their teammates. Split pushing is very effective with that Wisp, although paiN can do something similar with that Keeper of the Light, which I think he's doing. Yeah, he is doing on the bottom lane. There is a little bit of a delay, and you could tell when that's happening. The initiation in the mid lane, Klotz taking a lot of damage from that puck. Initially, now Green Text is going to be the target to focus. 4-second stun, and the two-man reverse polarity onto Funnik as well as Blur Brain. Can they take out the Wisp? Yes, the Wisp will die. There's the BKB from Blur Brain, going to go straight onto Fuga. The damage from this hero is enormous, but he can't keep up. Where's the Chaos Bolt? Where's the Chaos Bolt? There's the Chaos Bolt. 4-second stun, killing off that Magnus. Scandal on the high ground still, but it's already a 2-for-1 trade. Scandal, yeah, Blur Brain is on the run. Go Black coming into support, does have the disruption still. King RD gonna blink forward, but Blur Brain still has all his illusions here. Disruption onto that Brewmaster curse as well. King RD is gonna take a ton of damage. Silent taking a lot of damage as well, gonna pop off that mech, keep everyone on his team alive. But so far is a 3-for-1 trade. Only the Wisps going down for Empire. paiN, they used pretty much everything they had, well, except for the Static Storm, which never had a chance to come out. But Brewmaster used that Primal Split, didn't really get much accomplished because of that early BKB pickup. So Blow Your Brain with that BKB first choice, really saving him a lot of hassle and really preventing Brewmaster from being effective at all. Blow Your Brain was in a vulnerable position. The Wisp died immediately, with the Brewmaster was not even a part of that, I don't think. I would be surprised if he really got an assist from that. But Scandal was on the high ground that entire time, and you could cycle in him, but you can't actually get in to do the right-click damage. The only one he could go for is Blow Your Brain. That BKB came through very, very hard for him. So 14 for 10 Empire. Starting to take a little bit more of a lead, 5,000 as well as 7,500. You know, some pretty substantial numbers now coming up. Klotz, to his credit, still has not gone down. He's gone down once. Did he get killed last fight? I believe he did. Well, got killed once, but still. only one death.
Radiant's bottom
Not
tower
really
is under
a
attack.
bad showing in this Phantom Lancer at all. He's staying alive. He's getting the levels. He's getting the gold. Blurbrain as well as Funnik. This is a deadly combination right here, and he's going to go for a Claymore. I want to say that's going to be a Battle Fury. Let's see what else Claymore could actually build into, just so we could display the options.
Radiant's
I don't
bottom
think
tower
Blurbrain is
has
interested
been
in getting a
denied.
Shadow Blade. He doesn't need that to initiate or anything, because he has Funnik. And the Battle Fury is going to clear off the Phantom Lancer's illusions very, very quickly. They're going to jump straight in onto green text. Once again, they will kill him off, although the Stack Storm has already gone down. There's the Vacuum plus wall, but a one-man disruption onto Blurbrain going to hold him out, but that BKB means he takes no damage from that King RD. Forced out of the fight, does not have anything for him. Klotz is on the run. 2-second stun onto him. Do they have enough damage to bring down this Phantom Lancer? Do they have True Sight? They do have enough damage. Scandal's going to kill the Phantom Lancer. And it's once again a 3-for-1 trade. Funnik being that Wisp, diving straight in. Usually you don't survive these things. But hey, he got his team another 3 kills. Blurbrain is using that BKB. He's really milking it for as much as he possibly can. Now all of Empire going to push forward, look for initiation onto Billy, but Billy is way
Dire's
far
middle
back.
tower is under attack.
Tier 1 tower is going to drop for sure. BKB, the Battle Fury on the CK, mostly because Phantom Lancer is the only problem for paiN. With the BKB up, Brewmaster's ultimate is not going to do anything to Blurbrain. He's not going to care at all. It's like, you split? Okay, I just will kill your entire team. But if he gets those cleave attacks going, as well as the Chaos Strike, get some D20 dice
Dire's
action
middle
on there,
tower is under attack.
then the Phantom Lancer illusions are going to crumble. Because Phantom Lancer is going to go for a Manta style. If he was going for a Heart, he would have a little bit better of a chance to actually survive those cleaves, but 567 damage cleaved, man, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage, and that's going to be pretty consistent. Granted, Battle Fury doesn't help your Phantasm illusions at all. Oh wait, I think they get the regeneration, but no one really cares about the regeneration, so for all intents and purposes, you don't get any benefit from holding the Battle Fury with your illusions. But being able to clear off those Phantom Lancer illusions, making way for your own illusions from the Shadow Demon, from the Wall of Replica on the Darkseer. So Empire going to shut down this Phantom Lancer very, very hard through their hero picks as well as through their item choices. And Fuga, he's going for a mech. His Blink Dagger is not going to come up ever this game unless this game drags on for another like 30 minutes. He's still quite a ways away from his mech. Actually, no, he's only 200 away. But still, he needs that Blink Dagger if he's going to get good initiation. So far, every single initiation has been Empire jumping in with that relocate on the Wisp. That means Magnus is usually in the middle of the fray, and, well, he can't really get that time to position himself and look for that reverse polarity to hit more than Funnik and Blurbrain. Now Blurbrain and Funnik, they see green text, they see Fuga on this top lane, and I don't really think the Magnus can tank up Blurbrain for that long. Does have green text to support, but if he starts glimpsing back, a simple BKB usage will prevent that from happening. You see the split push continues. Go Black packing around a gem now, so they want to maintain their map control, though still paiN Gaming do have a little bit more map control. Their wards fairly defensive, but you count the number of wards on the Empire's. Okay, well, they have 1 now. I was going to say you could count it on 0 hands, but now you'd actually need a hand to count that. They're going to take out that ward, and Klotz going to move forward. Silent still didn't get his smoke revealed, so he doesn't know if there's anyone up there. But a haste rune onto Go Black, and he's going to just run in and scout. Not the most dangerous thing to do, although there is a disruptor on the other end. But it's not the most dangerous because everyone from paiN going to move up. They know where Blurbrain is. Funnik is here as well. Relocate will save Blurbrain if it's in time. Pretty much guaranteed. BKB into relocate will mean Blurbrain is completely safe, but still it's going to be a little bit risky for them. They're going to run to Klotz. They now do see him, and they're going to fall back. Easy peasy. No more drum charges on the Phantom Lancer. And blink forward from King RD. It's not enough. Glimpse back actually onto Funnik. Could he tether himself out instantly? No, he's pretty dead. That Wisp didn't stand a chance. Unfortunately, Wisp does not have a BKB. So paiN making something happen finally with that insane cast range from Glimpse. Really, this spell, you can't even see the circle. That's pretty freaking crazy. That is crazy spell. You crazy. So the Wisp is gonna die, but you know, nothing too strange to see there. The Wisp has been the one dying, and fortunately for Empire, he's been the only one dying. 12 seconds until he comes back in. Has the spirits, which do some pretty good damage, but not yet with that overcharge. Once he gets that overcharge, Brain is going to be right-clicking like an absolute madman, even more so than he is right now. The Wisp is going to come in. It looks like Empire just want to do a straight push. I don't know if this is the right decision, but because they're going to go up against the Keeper of the Light with, granted, only level 3 Illuminate, so he doesn't exactly have the most powerful nuke that he could be packing around. But when you're straight pushing as Team Empire, that means that you'll have to face this chip damage. There's going to be shockwaves flying out. There's going to be Thunderstrikes and the creep waves. There's going to be Phantom Lances, Illuminates. And really, Empire, they're a little bit more of an explosive team. You blink in from the puck, you drop all your stuff, you relocate in the back, drop off all your stuff, you drop the wall, you drop the vacuum, and that's it. You really need to be as full on HP as you possibly can if you're going to jump in like that. If you get chipped down before you go in, then that could be the difference between a second Chaos Bolt and your Chaos Knight dying. But this game has had way too many pauses, so let's just... Here we go. Silent even picking up a Force Staff. Blink Dagger is a relatively common item pickup on the Dark Sphere, but going for the Force Staff instead, helping his teammates as opposed to just helping himself. The support player from Silent showing through. Go Black Scandal as well as Silent's going to do some very aggressive warding. They're completely spotted out. They do have a gem, and they're going to clear this ward out, although, is there any retaliation from paiN? They're going to be okay with letting them have that ward. They know that Brain and Funnik are down here, so they're going to... Oh, tower is going to be denied. So, although it is technically 3 people up here for Empire, it is actually all 5. And Go Black, he's going to go very aggressive. Who's in there? He's going to get relocated upon. Fuga is going to skewer out, but I don't think that's actually going to save him. There's the Reality Rift back. 3-second stun to follow up. And that's going to be the end of the Magnetar. Doesn't have his reverse polarity available on this fight. Bot lane is getting pushed a little bit hard. Fortunately, Funnik got teleported back to that top lane. Horses are going to fly. The creep wave is going to get demolished with that Battle Fury. They could do a little bit of damage to the tower, although here's the chip that I was talking about. Klotz is going to take a 3-second stun. There's the blink forward from the Brewmaster, going to open up as well, but the mech charge instantly popping out. Scandal is not going to get glimpsed back very far, but still he's in a little bit of danger. Brain is going to try to go for green text once again. Doesn't have any mana, however, so he's going to be forced to run away. Boulder going to fly through, and Brain's going to drop. Funnik going to teleport right in, get the tether stun, and Brain's still alive. Popping off the magic charge is going to teleport out. Is he going to survive this? Holy crap, Brain, you crazy man. He is going to get out of there. Funnik with the Wisp play. In the meantime, Scandal is going to dive deep for Fuga, and we still have Funnik as well as Silent going to chase after Klotz. They do have the gem. No, the gem's on the Shadow Demon. Where's the Shadow Demon? He's way too far away to spot out to that Phantom Lancer, and Silent going to take a little bit of damage, but he forced out the Phantom Lancer, not getting the kill, unfortunately, but a beautiful tether stun from that Wisp. That was all Funnik right there. Brain was right here. The enemies line them up, and they just got all tethered, stunned by the Wisp, allowing the CK enough time to get himself out of there. I don't know how this happened, but, you know, what are you going to do? Klotz going to get backing back once again, but no, they still have the gem onto Goldblatt. Curse is going to go onto Klotz, and Klotz is going to get hexed up. Scandal with the sheep stick. Going to pick off the most important hero on paiN Gaming, Empire, looking very, very good this game, at least a lot better than they did last game. The horses are going to fly, but still, it's going to be the tower that's going to be the one that falls. Creep Wave demolished once again. And without the Phantom Lancer, paiN, they cannot fight. Reverse Polarity, Kinetic Field, as well as Static Storm are up. However, Brewmaster's ultimate is not up. Brain going to initiate onto Fuga, and there it is. 3-second stun, no reverse polarity for this fight yet again. The power of this Wisp CK is apparent this game. And still, it is only a level 1 overcharge, so this combination will continue to get stronger. Now the tower is going to get brought down, I feel. 11 seconds still until the Phantom Lancer, but they're going to be fighting without any reverse polarity. The horses will continue to fly, although Brain on the front lines, Mech is going to pop off, and the Creep Wave is still alive. Tier 3 tower at least is going to drop. Now that the Phantom Lancer is up, are they going to fight against this? The Blinding Flash is going to do a little bit of damage, or I guess mitigate a little bit of damage, and Green Tech's looking for a glimpse back. Who's it going to be? They do seek Brain, and he's not going to go for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, he knows that. Actually, probably should have just went for it. Force a glimpse, pop off Brain's BKB, get rid of another second charge. I mean, it's okay. but he's not going to do it, and now Hyperstone picked up from the CK. Assault Cuirass is going to be on its way. Pushing is going to be a lot easier for Empire then, and paiN, their Phantom Lancer kind of stopped farming. His item progression hasn't really been as much as you would really need a Phantom Lancer to have his items progress if you are to remain competitive in this game. Yasha's great and everything, but what he really needs right now is a heart, because he's just so soft. And now with the Blink initiation from Scandal, Blink Hex, guaranteed disable onto that Phantom Lancer. Following through, of course, with Blur Brain, as well as Funnik, who is now packing around the gem, means that Phantom Lancer is going to need more health points, and he just can't find those. Yasha and Manta Style is a great item if you're going to go aggressive, but I don't know. Maybe he wants to avoid that because of how dangerous his... Oh, Klotz, you are so very dead. The gem is there. Klotz is going to try to run away, but a 3-second stun, and look at those crits. If you had a heart, you might have had a chance. I don't know. He can't even get a heart, realistically, so it's just going to be Klotz getting picked off, and when Empire could kill off your hard carry that easily when it's a Phantom Lancer, then you know you're in trouble, because the rest of this team of Bullet Brain and Funnik's team, they're pushing down the bot lane. Horse is going to fly, but Silent is tanky enough at this point to really take a couple of those tower shots and not really care. Now Go Black does have the disruption maxed out, has had that up for a little bit. So the Phantom Lancer is going to be returned in full force, especially since Wall Replica is also maxed out. So illusions from the Phantom Lancer are going to be very strong for Team Empire, essentially making it a 6v5, which is always a fun situation to be in. Now the tier 3 tower in the bot lane is going to be pushed. I don't know if they should really bother with this. You can go mid and try to get the Raxes, or go for Roshan. Looks like it is going to be Roshan. Yeah, Blur Brain on the front lines with that attack speed and damage. They can shred down this Roshan very, very quickly. Unfortunately for them, they're kind of doing this blind. Silent is going to, play the scout, although Go Black is going to send a Shadow Poison and put down a ward. This Roshan is going to be a free one for Team Empire. paiN, they could try to contest this. They do have reverse polarity, and they definitely know what's happening, but it looks like they're not willing to do so. They had a hard enough time killing Blur Brain. Hasn't died for a very long time with 1 life. But now they're going to be up against 2, and King RD on this top lane, they could go for him. They do see him up here. Looks like they're once again going to go for the bottom lane. The Phantom Lancer illusions are pushing that out. So you got to make sure that you have as much momentum on as many of the lanes as possible when you're making a push, a straight push. Pulling Creep Wave into the jungle, that's not a bad idea. Blur Brain won't care about that. Creep Wave will continue to push forward into the paiN base, and we might be seeing another high ground attempt from Team Empire. They do have the Aegis and the CK. What more could you ask for? There's the tether on the CK. Gonna get initiation once again onto Fuga. 4-second stun. You are dead, sir. No reverse polarity for this fight. Klotz gonna teleport in. Gonna get dragged back to the Keeper of the Light. A little bit redundant there, but now the Raxes are in danger. No reverse polarity. They need to blink in on this. Kinetic Field not gonna latch onto anyone. Blur Brain is still a little bit separated from his team, but more or less safe. There's the initiation. Clap onto 3, but a 2-second stun. Where is the ultimate from the Brewmaster? It didn't come out. Static Storm is going to go up, but Blur Brain is on the chase. There's the vacuum back, and the Disruptor is going to get shredded. Unstoppable for Blur Brain. In the meantime, Funnik didn't even go with the CK buddy. Just going to go straight for the Raxes, which did fall. Now the ranged Raxes are soon to follow. And with the Phantasm Illusion still up, with no ultimates coming out of that fight from paiN, except for the Disruptor, which kind of missed everyone. I do feel like that's GG, 25 for 12. And although they do have the Phantom Lancer, they do have the Magnus ultimate now. They can't kill the CK twice. They could try to kill off everyone else, but now Go Black will have a free illusion. Is he going to take an illusion? No, he's not, actually. Take the illusion, bro. Those are pretty useful. Blur Brain going to go once again for Vuga. Mech does pop off, giving you a little bit more armor. The vacuum back, and Vuga going to get a ultimate onto 4, actually. That is a very good ultimate. Going to bring down 2 of them. Scandal is going to survive, and he's going to get a kill out of that, but it's going to be a 3-kill streak right there for Fuga, who finally got his ultimate out. But it's a little bit too little too late. They already lost their bottom Raxes completely. For some reason, the mid Rax still alive. Oh, but Blur Brain and Silent, they're not done yet. 2-second stun on King RD. Can they kill him before he gets his ultimate off? No, they cannot. But Blurry Brain's going to pop off his BKB. He's going to be just fine. And Silent on the run with the Force Staff, as well as the Surge. Glimpse is not going to land because they don't have the vision. No, now they do have the vision. Glimpse, this circle is pretty big, but it's not big enough. They want a Cyclone onto Silent. They want this Darkseer dead, but he will have his vacuum in 3, 2, 1. Put him on the high ground. Put him on the high ground. Put him on the high ground. Oh, come on, Silent. Come on, put him on the high ground. If you don't put him on the high ground, I'm going to be upset. We got one, but that's the one with the Blink Dagger. Unfortunately. And they also do have that recall. So Silent is going to drop Surge, Force Staff. Not enough when you're up against a Brewmaster like that. Darkseer just buys back into the game. He smells blood, and he wants to get it. AC is now up on the CK, and Wisp, 3 points in that overcharge. So that movement speed, that attack speed, sorry, is going to be very substantial, especially with that Vlad's Blurry Brain now life-stealing as well as doing more damage. You cannot kill the CK. I don't really feel good about paiN's chances. They still do have that Phantom Lancer, but every single time the Phantom Lancer picks up an item, that's another item that's going to be turned against them later on. We do have another split push, Scandal, Silent, as well as Go Black. They just want to take this range racks just for completion's sake. Put a little bit more momentum onto the mid lane, or just shred down the creep wave. And oh my God, is this a real hero? No, it's not. Phantom Lancer, what are you doing out there? You shouldn't be out there, man. But the tower is going to drop. Blurry Brain taking that one out very easily, and now the slow siege commences. Phantom Lancer illusions will put a lot of momentum onto this bot lane, but mid lane is pushing, and so the range Raxes are not long for life. Blurry Brain is going to breach the high ground, doesn't even care. Reality Rift not going to land, but he's going to go for green text. There's the tether stun, 2-second stun to follow up. And Darkseer with the KS. Blurry Brain is on the front lines. How much more time does he have to Aegis? He's going to lose it right now, but he's okay with that. No, the Surge is going to keep him alive. Phantom Lancer illusions, those are pretty intense. And Go Black, where's your disruption? Disrupt one of them, bro. You need these guys. Why is he not? He could take a Phantom Lancer army right now if he wanted to, but he is not doing it. I don't know why, but Blurry Brain, wow. Kill off the CK, get rid of his Aegis, because if not, he's going to go straight onto you and mess you up. Fuga looking for reverse polarity, but he's not going to find anyone. King RD looking for it as well. The Aegis is going to pop finally onto Blurry Brain. Now he's going to pop the BKB as well as the Phantasm. He's going to go straight for Fuga, but the reverse polarity only onto him, and Blurry Brain's going to take no damage from this one. Dream Coil onto all of Brewmasters, Brewlings, and Clots especially is going to be the one to fall. Blurry Brain picking that one up. Very, very low on HP, however, so he's going to take a lot of damage. Fuga is under a little bit of danger, but no, the disruption from Go Black is going to keep Blurry Brain alive for just a little bit longer. Billy is on the run. No more magic damage come through there. Green Text also using his Ghost Scepter to survive. Magic damage from Scandal not going to be enough, and King RD going to reform back into his Brewmaster form right in the middle of the wall, vacuum back onto 3. They're just fountain farming at this point, but they're not actually getting anything accomplished because top is still alive and well. CK running as fast as he can back towards this fight. Glimpse back. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Silent once again, trapped in that kinetic field. And he's going to be the one dropping. Scandal going to blink straight in, and the wall of Replica killing off the Disruptor. 4 down for paiN, and it's only Billy to survive. There's the GG, well played. Empire using the Wisp, using the CK. This is why they made the Wisp so popular, or this is why they were so successful in using the Wisp, because of Funnik's play. The combination of CK Wisp is just so dangerous in the hands of Empire, and even though the Shadow Demon never really did that disruption on the illusion, fair enough. I mean, you don't have to, I guess. It's a huge amount of damage you get, but I guess he didn't want to. But thanks for watching, guys. Game 2 of Empire versus paiN Gaming does go to Empire, so we're going to be moving on to the third and final game of this series. Stay tuned, guys. That is going to be coming up right after this. GG.